Alright, so this video, I know I was supposed to make only one video today, or 3 videos ago, but this one's kind of important. And this video is going to be for my Wing Chun people. So it's not for the regular people, it's for Wing Chun only. So, I was talking to Josh about the Wing Chun hands and stuff like that, and I was telling him, how do you make your hands stronger? How do you make it to a point where it's unstoppable, right? So, a lot of times I get with people who have a lot of heavy energy. And the reason why is because they want to put all their weight on my bodies, right? So they like kind of crushing. This ain't enough energy. There you go. They're trying to pull it down. Yep. So when I know this, okay, he got heavy energy. How do I make this hand stronger? I can use my Don 10, keep it that way. It's still kind of struggling. Put a foot right there. Okay. Now I can turn my hand because I got a base and I got something to support that hand. So every hand I do like that. So if you put this hand down and he's trying to crush that hand, can I still turn it without him being able to stop? If he's going to put more pressure on him by turning it, can I still turn it without him being able to stop it? Now, I don't have to hold this energy. I can shift and let it go. I can do certain things. But I need this energy so I can develop this, so I can turn with ease. So eventually, oh man, what happens a lot of times is Wing Chun people try to do everything with their arm. So they're in the Sina towel, right? Or they're in the Ichikimima. The Ichikimima is a neutral stance, nothing supporting the hands but the elbow itself. So when he's trying to crush it, all thing I can put underneath it is the Don 10. And it might not be enough, right? So he's trying to crush it, right? I gotta put a base on it. Now I can hold this pretty well. If I lift it up a little bit, he can't crush it at all. Because my base is underneath it. So a lot of times with Wing Chun people, they try to do everything without their base. They're trying to do everything with their arms. And that's why when they roll with heavy people and stuff like that, they their Wing Chun falls apart. So when he tries to crush my hands, I'm like, okay, boom, try to crush it. Oh, I can't do it? Oh. Now I put another, now I support this hand with my foot, right? Now look at your hands. Try to crush it in your hand. You can't. Because your hands are collapsed. Mm-hmm. So my base, I put my base underneath my hands so that way they can support my hands. So when we're G-sound, G-sound regular, I'm trying to crush that hand. If I'm crushing that hand and you letting it do all of that,
yeah, I am.
That's your fault.
Yes.
So put a base underneath it and don't let me crush. See, I can't crush it now because there's something that's lined up with it.
Right. Okay.
So you're going to let me do this, that's your fault. Mm-hmm. So now you got to hold that structure and be able to put a base underneath it before I start crushing it. So you can't be reactionary, you got to be proactive. Now I don't get a chance to put a base underneath it. You don't let the hand drop, you keep it up there. Because I'm trying to crush that position. So the more I push in that position, the more it uproots me. Make sense?
Makes sense.
So you're trying to crush my hand. I don't let you get to a point where you can crush it. Put a base underneath that bitch. As soon as you start trying to crush it, now try to crush it.
Okay.
I don't do this. It's too late. Mm-hmm. So as soon as I start trying to feel you, boom, it's got to be a base right underneath it. As soon as that hand tries to jerk it down or whatever, now it's like boom. Mm-hmm. That's if I want to hold the energy. Now, if I put a base under it fast enough, and you're still trying to push it down, now I can slide off and go around it because now it's committed energy going down, and I can just go around it. Right. So you try that. Mm-hmm. As soon as you put a base underneath your hand, you go around it. Nope. You went too far.
Yeah.
You want to
second round, so home side.
Yeah.
Basically, just go ahead, put it down. Basically, that way.
Don't let it drop.
Yeah.
Home side, take the hand around it and slide around it like that.
So you like take the hand around it here.
Yep.
There we go.
That way you don't have that much of a gap of space. That's another thing about Wing Chun. I guess it's a Wing Chun class today now. When you crush my hand, right? Mm-hmm. I make sure there's still a connection here. Mm-hmm. And come around that connection so that my arm is still connected to your arm.
Right.
I don't want to do this. But now this hand is free to do whatever it wants to do.
Yeah.
I don't want to let your hand be free at all. So I still keep some kind of connection. See that?
Yeah.
With your hand, you gotta absorb, get your hand in position, and now you gotta crush.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you gotta absorb it, like you're saying. So way push down?
Yep. See how that is?
Perfect. If I did it too fast,
yeah, you try to fight it and you can't fight and absorb at the same time, so you gotta turn off one and do the other. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to press your hand. Absorb. Boom. Come around. Yep.
Yeah. And you gotta be quick. You gotta be not quick.
Not
just
quick.
time. Time.
Yeah. So I'm here, right? You're trying to press my. Oh. See how I absorb for a split second. Just let your hand slide off.
Right.
Okay, here. When can I move this hand out the way? When I replace the hand.
Okay. All right, then. That makes sense.
Why?
Because you're taking some of the weight off of there when you place that hand.
That, and when you place the hand, you're placing the position.
Yeah. Okay.
So, if I'm crushing this hand, right, or replace this hand, now you can move that hand out the way.
But here.
Yeah.
All right, then. So basically, what you said, like you're saying, you want to keep that bridge, but you want to absorb the weight itself, but
And replace it.
replace it.
That replacement is important because, sorry, I just got into a class. Now, when you replace the hand, you're replacing energy. So it feels like you never left.
Got it. Okay. All right, man. Makes sense.
If you don't replace the energy, you try to get out of there.
Mm-hmm.
See, now you can't do it without replacing?
Right. You can't.
Yes. But now it's too late. So it's like as soon as you replace,
Mm-hmm.
touch you go, boom, I don't get a chance to really respond.
Right.
But if you don't replace,
Right.
you don't move the other hand, you try to move the hand out the way. Don't replace,
Oh, don't replace. So try to move the hand out the way. You can't do
my
it.
hand can move and do the three.
Right.
But if you replace,
Mm-hmm.
I don't see
Good
that.
time to respond.
Yeah.
Got it.
Wing Chun class. So what did we learn? If I want to move this hand, I got to replace the hand before I can move it. If he's crushing, right, I got to put a base of support. So I want to move this hand because I don't want to hold this position. I got to replace it, the head. So in order to strengthen your hands, you got to learn how to put your feet underneath your hands.
Right.
This hand is weak, it's already dropped. See, now it's strong.
Right.
And see how when you put your foot there, you lift up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Now you want to move that hand, replace it.
Place it. So, this one. Yeah. So you want to place it.
You don't ever want to go around. You
Yeah.
want to go direct. It's a direct part.
Yeah. So you want to replace it. So it's going that way. You want to go that
Yep.
way. So this way.
Yep.
Gotcha.
And that's the lesson. The lesson is support your hands with your feet. If you want to move the hand, replace the hand, and then go. Rofist.
Out.